Hello everyone, MethodicalDstruction here. Anyway, I just wanted to have a little announcement video. Basically, this video is going to be called Methodical Discussion, where I will be discussing something that can or cannot be video game related, and also give some updates. So first let's get to the updates. First of all, there will be no video game video today. Usually I upload a Let's Play video every day, at least one. I've started doing one because at first I was doing two. And so there will be no video today except for this one. Yeah, that's just that, so sorry about that. But anyway, the good news is that I finally got a capture card, which you can see by this footage here. It works pretty well. This is about the quality you're going to be able to expect from any GameCube or Wii Let's Plays I do. And so, yeah, it's not too great. I think it's acceptable. I can't do any widescreen games, so all you're going to see is full screen 4x3. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I can't really do anything about that. So anyway, to get to our topic of discussion, I am going to discuss the Star Wars 3D films. So first of all, if you don't know, the George Lucas decided that he wanted to release the 6 Star Wars films he's created, which is The Phantom Menace, The Revenge of the Sith, The Attack of the Clones is the second one, I think, then Episode 4, A New Hope, then Return of the Jedi, and whatever the last film is, I can't remember them all, but basically they're all going to be converted into 3D, and the first of these films being released is Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which is the let me think of a better word, which is, by canon, the first Star Wars film in the series, chronologically. That's the one I was looking for. And so, The Phantom Menace is coming out in February. It is, as of today, January 28th, and that film is coming out very soon. And if you want to know what I think about it, I don't exactly think that it's a good move, I think, on George Lucas's part, because if they're going to earn a whole shitload of money, I mean, everyone loves the Star Wars films except the prequels, but we'll get into that. And yeah, he's going to make a good earning off of these, I think. I don't see why he wouldn't, because people like 3D and they like Star Wars, so it's a good match. So yeah, so those are going to be released soon. And as far as 3D goes, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of 3D. I have a 3DS, and I occasionally will see a movie in 3D, but I overall don't think the technology is as big as people make it out to be. I think 3D would be more applicable in like a virtual reality type setting, but for now it's a good novelty. Like, it works well for some films, like Avatar had some nice 3D, even though I don't like Avatar. And also, I saw Happy Feet recently in 3D, and I saw Up in 3D, the Pixar film, and that was good. And so, you know, I think it's a viable option, but overall it's really just a gimmick. It's not going to be, it doesn't give any new dimension to the film except for a slight visual boost, but I would argue that it's not really the 3D that does that, it's the filmmakers actually putting effort into making the visuals better. But anyway, so I probably will see most of these. I can't stand Attack of the Clones, so I'll probably miss that one. Even though most people seem to dislike The Phantom Menace the most, I think The Phantom Menace was okay compared to Attack of the Clones. So overall, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing for George Lucas to do this, but at the same time, even though everyone is going to see all these movies, I think that it's a bit of a rip-off. It's like, seriously, George Lucas, can't you make a friggin' new movie or something? Like, why? They're spending an entire year, because that's what they've said anyway, I don't know if this is true, but they say it takes an entire year to convert a movie into 3D, because none of the original 6 films were in 3D. And so George Lucas is going to release those up until around 2017, I believe. And, you know, people are gonna pay to watch it. I'm gonna pay to watch it, because I like Star Wars, and it's cool to see it in theaters again, because I wasn't even born for the original trilogy, and, I did see the Revenge of the Sith in theaters, because that was when I was at an age where I was interested in Star Wars, and by this point I've also seen all the films in the series. I've seen all 6 films, and that's basically the plan. And I will see them all, except for, like I said, Attack of the Clones, because Attack of the Clones was shit. There's no arguing with that. I mean, it's a boring film, and it has very badly done romance elements, and the action isn't as good as it is in the other movies, and the characters are just as stale as ever. I think The Phantom Menace is better in that regard, because it doesn't try to shoehorn in the romance. In fact, it doesn't even have any romance, really, though it's obviously hinted that, Princess Amidala and Anakin will have a future thing, because you know that Anakin is the father of Luke Skywalker from the original trilogy. And, yeah, I can't stand Attack of the Clones, I'm sorry. Even as bad as Phantom Menace is, with little Anakin Skywalker going, yippee! And Jar Jar Binks talking like a friggin' Jamaican stereotype, I still find that the, Phantom Menace is quite a bit more tolerable. But that's just me. I know people that think The Phantom Menace is the worst of the trilogy, and that it's absolutely garbage, and that there's nothing worse than it, but no, Attack of the Clones is the worst in the 6 movies, by far. But as for the original 3 films, I'm super excited to see those in theaters, because I never have, and, you know, those are good movies, especially Episode 4 has a big place in my heart, because I remember, that was the first Star Wars film I saw when I seriously wanted to get into the series, because I saw Revenge of the Sith before Episode 4, which is the first movie. And I remember when I saw it, I was just so impressed with the characters and the scope of the film. It just felt really... It wasn't like some movies that kind of felt small scale and like things were happening with a method to them. It actually really felt like Luke and the Rebels were in this giant war across the galaxy, and that there was just this grand scope to everything that made the events seem really important, like this was something you had to pay attention to. And the acting was really good too, and the characters were memorable. Of note would be C-3PO and Luke and Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, they're all just really good characters, and it's important because those movies were actually the start of Harrison Ford's career. Basically, that's what got him famous, was Star Wars. And Harrison Ford appears in the first 3 films as a main character. And, you know, I love them. They're just great movies. I still watch them today, and I mean, I can't wait to see them again in 3D in a couple years. But no, I'm not looking forward to the original trilogy. And for those of you that I guess feel that you're being ripped off by Lucas and company for releasing these in 3D, you don't need to feel ripped off, because you're not being forced to watch these in 3D. Yeah, it's obvious he's cashing in on his beloved franchise, but, you know, you don't have to see it if you don't want to see it. It's for people that missed the chance to see it in theaters a couple years ago and want to see it now, so I don't really have a huge problem with it, because when you go to see it, you know what you're paying for. You've seen these movies before, probably. So, and, you know, maybe if your kids haven't seen the movies, like, if you have kids or maybe siblings, you could say, hey, let's go to Star Wars Episode 4, wait till that comes out, and go with them to see that, and they'll love it, because, I think most kids who see it at a young age like it, because the plot, isn't too difficult to understand, just so long as you know, as long as you have a fairly good, attention span, you shouldn't be misunderstanding anything. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the 3D Star Wars films. So anyway, this section, I don't think I mentioned it, will be called Methodical Discussion, which is kind of a funny pun I thought of, and it works well, I think. And anyway, if you enjoy videos like this one, then subscribe and tell me, because I'll be happy to make more like this, because I had fun doing this, and you know, that's just if you like it, then you need to tell me, because otherwise I won't do them anymore. Because, you know, it's not that I want to tailor my videos to fit my audience, but I want to do things that people will enjoy, so if you guys aren't enjoying this, then, you know, you gotta tell me that, so I won't be making more videos like this. So anyway, I thank you for watching. I am Methodical Destruction, and I will see you on Monday with a new video, because Sunday there will not be a video, because my brother is not with me to record Fire Red, so that's just how the cookie crumbles. So, see you guys, bye.